to be building up others. The Bible says and warns in Proverbs 20, verse 19, it says, "He who goes about as a slanderer reveals secret, therefore do not associate the one who gossips." Proverbs 13:3 says, "The one who guards his mouth preserves his life, and the one who opens his mouth lips comes to ruin." Now, one of the major areas where we can stumble in, as we've mentioned in previous messages, is the area of gossip. People gossip for many different reasons. Probably one of the more common reasons is because it's the need to feel important, or there's insecurity. The other is just wanting to make themselves look better than the other person whom they're gossiping about, or for you to dislike that person, and I'm sure there's many other reasons, but you get the idea. So, what do you do when you're approached with gossip? Because it happens all the time, at work or in the clubhouses, church, you name it. Well, here's some possible ways in how you can respond in that moment, in that situation, if someone is gossiping. One is that, can I quote you on this? This is a good way to stop gossip. So those interested in sharing gossip will shy away from being quoted. They don't want to because they start to feel convicted. No, I don't want it to come back on me. Another one is, what I like most about this person? So you flip the conversation because, in the direction of the conversation, because the person's intent was really to tear down someone with gossip. So you short circuit the gossip by throwing out the favorite thing, the person that is being questioned. And then the most important question is, have you gone to that person and talked to them about it? Right, as Matthew chapter 18, verse 15 tells us. So our first step, is there a sin? Is there an offense? Is there a criticism? Go confront that person about it, not gossip behind their back. And as we say over and over again, if you have an issue with someone, you go to that person. Anything that could be cause you to speak negatively about a person, then you're obligated to go to that person, to work it out, to deal with it, or get clarification. Some of you probably watched the episodes of Seinfeld. I don't know if they're not making any new ones, but there's some old ones out there. There's some classic zingers and lines in some of these ones. But there's one that George was complaining about someone to Jerry. And Jerry says, "Well, why don't you just go tell him how much this upsets you?" And George responded, says, "Well, I'm much more comfortable talking behind their back than to their face." Right? But it takes courage to go to the person, right? As Matthew 18 tells us. It takes courage to go to the person that you're upset about and work through it. Okay, so that's the whole idea. It's never going to be easy. It can be difficult. But here's the thing. If we have a reputation that we are approachable, that we can deal with things. We can work things out. And God, that's what He wants us to do. When our souls are at rest and are at peace, we can leave the matter with the Lord. And I don't know about you, but haven't you found that it's much easier to control your tongue when you know you've done right? Right? And you simply rest and you just trust the Lord in that situation. So we see here the controlled speech is a measure of maturity. Verse 3 continues with an illustration.